Hello everybody, and welcome to all of you amateur sleuths and detectives out there trying to uncover the real truth behind the Dan Markel murder. Thank you so much for joining me today. I try to only post lately when I have some genuinely interesting information I want to share with you guys, and today I think it's super interesting that I think Charlie's getting ghosted. I've been noticing this trend the past few months, especially since maybe his friends have started to notice that he might not be innocent. And we've noticed this over the past few years, and people just aren't answering the phone. And as I look at the February records, and I know we noticed that in his Valentine's calls, only his mother would answer the phone, and maybe a few calls to this burner phone. But I've started to notice this trend of multiple phone calls to people not answering the phone. And some of these numbers I cannot decode, and I'm not trying to expose anyone not involved in the case whatsoever. I'm not here to promote hatred or harassment of any kind, of any nature. So please, do not harass these people. But at the same time, a lot of us have speculated maybe the burner phone is Wendy, maybe the burner phone is Charlie's baby's mama. But we know she probably wants to stay anonymous, and we respect that completely, even though people do make mistakes and date the wrong people and even have children with the wrong people. But to make a long story short, I would like to just go ahead and send it to a clip where we can see how many phone calls are not being answered from Charlie to his friends. And pretty much the only people picking up the phone are Donna and the lawyer. So let me just send it to that clip right now.
Hello everyone. I just wanted to go over this part of the video where I kind of show how Charlie is getting ghosted. And as I'm looking at my call records here that I have up until March 1st, you can see that there are some phone calls that are 0 in duration, and then you see some calls that are answered, like probably to Donna or his lawyers. And I truly believe that Charlie is getting ghosted. What you're seeing in these 0 calls are, from what I've noticed, definitely more frequent. And we see a series of 0 phone calls right here. And what I've concluded is that Charlie has been calling his friends and they are not answering the phone. And this is something that I've noticed is happening more often than it used to in the past, which means that people were answering the phone when they were receiving that phone call, call from the Leon County Jail, and they knew who it was, and maybe they still had some sort of belief that Charlie was innocent. From what I'm seeing here, it seems like Charlie is calling a few numbers that I don't recognize, but calling to this burner phone, especially on this day, on the 28th, about 6 times in a row at different points of the evening. And I looked it up, and this was a Tuesday, and we have about more than 6, maybe like 8 phone calls in a row on a Tuesday that were just, these calls were unanswered. And I don't know about you guys, but on a Tuesday, I'm probably in spin class or unwinding from work and just probably not wanting to talk to Charlie, especially if he is up against this impossible amount of evidence and, just maybe running out of things to talk about. Even if Charlie was a relative, and, you're not supposed to talk about the trial on these phone calls. So probably running out of things to talk about. And then, the only person answering the phone call is Daniel Rashbaum or his mother. And I think that in the next phone call logs, there were a few calls to Janice, who we had speculated is maybe his therapist or friend, but those calls are becoming more infrequent as well, because I'm just not sure that she wants I'm not sure that she wants to have Charlie as a friend. Maybe there is some kind of arrangement that she does call him a few times a month, but I haven't found any patterns. We'll go into that next month, but a few calls to the trade alerts. But I just wanted to show you all of these 0 phone calls. And this wasn't just on Valentine's Day, but if you see any duration of phone calls, it's usually, of course, to Donna or his lawyers, but some of these 0 calls are to this burner phone and other phone calls that I cannot identify. Me and my mom definitely cannot identify them. And honestly, I really don't want to identify the people unless they are in some sort of relevance to helping Charlie or something I find significant to the case. And, once again, we don't want to harass any of the people, the innocent parties involved. Just want to share some insight into what Charlie Adelson is doing in jail. And these are public records, and hope that this sheds some light on the case of Dan Markel, that, Charlie is not a very popular guy. Not anymore. What he did was heinous. It was absolutely despicable. He is where he belongs. We have no sympathy for him. Dan Markel cannot make any phone calls, so no sympathy for Charlie whatsoever. And we are super happy that he's being ghosted. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very happy that people are starting to see the truth about him and his lies and his calculating, deceptive character in ordering this murder for hire, along with his family, who we hope to see in jail soon as well. So stay tuned for those February calls.
All right, friends, and anybody who feels the pain of Charlie trying to reach out to his besties and them not picking up the phone, it just probably hurts him in a different way, especially with that gray beard. And looks like Charlie is kind of maybe losing a little bit of the zest for life that he once had. But unfortunately, Dan Markel can never live to even have a gray beard or call his best friends either. So we have no sympathy for Charlie whatsoever. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, really appreciate it. I know I've been super busy. I'm dressed to go to work, and I was just at the Players Championship and lucky enough to live near a world-class golf course and see golfers in my own backyard. It's just so wonderful to get outside in the springtime and enjoy nature and the beauty of life. And I hope that you all have a wonderful day and enjoy this spring break with your family and friends. I hope everyone's having a wonderful spring. Thank you for watching.